Fort Gaines. Even the name evokes images of strength and resilience. This formidable masonry fort, strategically placed on Dauphin Island, Alabama, has stood watch over the entrance to Mobile Bay for nearly 2 centuries. Its story is one of national significance, intertwined with the tumultuous history of the United States. From its inception, Fort Gaines was destined to play a pivotal role in the defense of the Gulf Coast. The need for a fortification at this location became apparent in the early 19th century. The young United States, still finding its footing as a global power, recognized the vulnerability of its southern coastline. Mobile Bay, with its deepwater port and access to vital inland waterways, was a particularly attractive target for foreign powers. The threat of British encroachment during the War of 1812 underscored the need for a robust defense system. After the war, the United States embarked on an ambitious program of coastal fortification, and Fort Gaines was a key component of this strategy. As we dive into the history of Fort Gaines, please be sure to show your support and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. The story of Fort Gaines is linked with its sister fort, Fort Morgan, across the bay. Together, they controlled access to a key southern waterway. Construction began in 1821, initially named Fort Dauphin, renamed Fort Gaines in 1861, honoring War of 1812 hero Edmund Pendleton Gaines. The design featured bastions, curtains, and a glacis, with massive brick walls. Construction involved hundreds of laborers, craftsmen, and soldiers. Slaves provided much of the labor. They quarried stone, mixed mortar, and hauled materials under harsh conditions. The remote location on Dauphin Island presented logistical challenges. Supplies had to be transported by ship from Mobile and other Gulf Coast points. Despite challenges, work progressed, ensuring Fort Gaines would safeguard the region. The Civil War thrust Fort Gaines into the center of a conflict that tested the nation's resolve. Mobile Bay's strategic importance became paramount for the Confederacy. Control of the bay allowed the South to receive vital supplies and deny the Union a foothold. Fort Gaines and Fort Morgan were key to the Confederacy's defense. The Union blockade, known as the Anaconda Plan, impacted the Confederacy's war efforts. Mobile's harbor was vital for the South, with Fort Gaines playing a crucial role. Admiral David G. Farragut and the Union Navy targeted Mobile Bay. Capturing the bay would sever one of the Confederacy's last links to the outside world. August 5, 1864. The calm waters of Mobile Bay belied the impending storm. A formidable Union fleet, led by Admiral Farragut's flagship, the USS Hartford, prepared to engage the Confederate defenses. The Battle of Mobile Bay, a pivotal naval engagement of the Civil War, was about to begin. Under a hail of Confederate gunfire, Farragut's ships steamed past Fort Morgan in a daring maneuver, famously exclaiming, "Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead." With the fort neutralized, the Union fleet engaged the Confederate squadron in the bay, ultimately securing a decisive victory. Fort Gaines, bombarded by Union warships and under siege by land forces, endured a relentless assault. The fort's defenders, outnumbered and outgunned, fought valiantly, but were ultimately forced to surrender on August 8, 1864. The fall of Fort Gaines, coupled with the capture of Fort Morgan a few weeks later, effectively closed Mobile Bay to Confederate blockade runners. The Union victory dealt a severe blow to the Confederacy's war effort, hastening the end of the conflict. In the aftermath of the Civil War, Fort Gaines, like the nation itself, entered a period of reconstruction and reflection. The fort, once a symbol of Southern defiance, now stood as a testament to the enduring strength of the Union. Its military significance diminished. Fort Gaines fell into disrepair, its once imposing walls slowly succumbing to the ravages of time and the elements. Yet even in its dilapidated state, the fort remained a potent symbol of Alabama's past, a tangible link to a pivotal chapter in American history. In the early 20th century, a renewed interest in preserving historic sites led to the restoration of Fort Gaines. The fort's historical significance was recognized, and efforts were undertaken to stabilize its crumbling walls, repair its damaged structures, and preserve its legacy for future generations. Fort Gaines's story is not merely a local or regional one. It is woven into the fabric of American history, a testament to the nation's struggles, triumphs, and unwavering spirit. Today, Fort Gaines stands as a meticulously preserved historical site, offering visitors a glimpse into the past. Operated by the Alabama Historical Commission, the fort is a National Historic Landmark. Walking through the fort's arched entryway is like stepping back in time. The massive brick walls, still bearing the scars of battle, evoke the fort's turbulent past. Visitors can explore the fort's many rooms and passageways. Interactive exhibits and knowledgeable guides bring the fort's history to life. Cannon firing demonstrations and living history programs provide an immersive experience. The legacy of Fort Gaines extends far beyond its imposing physical presence. It is a legacy forged in iron and stone, in the courage and sacrifice of those who lived, fought, and died within its walls. Fort Gaines stands as a reminder of the importance of preserving our nation's history. It is a place where visitors can gain a deeper understanding of the past, appreciate the sacrifices made by previous generations, and reflect on the lessons learned. A visit to Fort Gaines is more than just a sightseeing trip. It's a journey through time. As you step onto the ferry and leave the mainland behind, you're transported back to an era of grand battles and national turmoil. The ferry ride itself offers stunning views of Mobile Bay, allowing you to appreciate the strategic significance of the fort's location. Once on Dauphin Island, the fort's imposing silhouette against the vastness of the sea is a sight to behold. Inside the fort, knowledgeable guides passionate about history bring the past to life with captivating stories of battles, daily life, and the fort's significance in shaping American history. The well-preserved grounds, complete with cannons, bunkers, and living history demonstrations, offer an immersive experience that transcends a typical museum visit. Fort Gaines stands as a testament to the importance of historical preservation. The efforts of dedicated individuals and organizations have ensured that this significant site continues to educate and inspire future generations. As you explore the fort, consider donating or volunteering to support its upkeep. Your contribution, however small, can help preserve this national treasure, ensuring that the stories etched within its walls continue to resonate for years to come. Visiting Fort Gaines is not just about understanding the past, it's about connecting with it, learning from it, and carrying its lessons forward. It's about recognizing that history is not merely a collection of dates and events, but a tapestry woven from the threads of countless individual stories, each one contributing to the rich and complex narrative that defines who we are today. I hope you enjoyed this video today and will join us on our next trip back in time. Before you go, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We are the Minutemen of History.